It's day 6 of our 31-day video challenge. You see there, right there, day number 6. It's October 6th, 2011, and what I normally do is I come out and in about 90 seconds I just kind of answer questions that you guys have, but I've never really made it to 90 seconds. Sometimes it runs a little over, sometimes it runs completely over, and I end up babbling for 5 or 6 minutes. I think today is going to be one of those days because there's just stuff that I want to get off my chest and things that I want to convey to you guys. I know that I've only got 78 subscribers, and not all of you follow me on a daily basis, especially with a daily thing. It could be a little bit of overkill, but there are things that I want to get across, and who better than to do that than with my audience, the handful of you who will comment and share it with somebody. I really want to hear from you guys. See, I've been in Sacramento now for a little over 2.5 years, almost 3 years in January, and I came out here with the idea that I was going to be famous. I had struck a deal with a particular network. I don't want to say the name of the network just for the sake of argument. Don't want to get into any legal things. But I was told that if I put together a pilot for a TV show, they would get it in front of focus groups to see what I had to offer. So, mind you, for free, no money at all, I was able to put together a cast, I was able to put together a script, I found a cameraman, I found locations, and we were getting it done. I secured a school, I secured a couple of places in Sacramento to film, and like as far as housing locations are concerned. I had a park that we were shooting at. I thought we were doing considerably well. I had a cast of people who was working under the assumption that if it makes it big, I'd take them with me, not a dime out of pocket. I was working with a cameraman who had different ideas and visions for where he wanted the show to go, and ultimately he and I had a falling out, which kind of led us to have a parting of the ways. Now, for legal reasons, he shot the film, so technically it's his, but all the footage he shot is copywritten by me, so he can't do anything with it. So the footage is kind of left up in limbo. Because neither of us can come to an understanding or an agreement, that footage will probably never do anything. Not that it matters anyway, it never made it past the focus group, and the window of opportunity with that particular network closed its doors. I found myself a little discouraged after that. It's okay, well, now what? I had this opportunity with this network, I blew it. Now what am I going to do? So I tried my hand at a short film. It's just me and a handheld video camera, and I tried my hand at this short film. It didn't come out so bad. I never really finished it. That was more a problem with casting. The woman who played the lead role ended up getting pregnant before we could finish it, so obviously she looked different. The guy who played the male lead ended up losing more weight, so obviously there were some continuity errors there. It was either reshoot with a completely different cast or just let it go. Ultimately, I probably will reshoot it because I think it's a good script. I thought the cast was good, but maybe the timing wasn't right. That was almost 2 years ago, and I'd kind of given up on it. Just kind of put that whole idea of putting anything out on major television networks or anything as far as video wise on the shelf, and I concentrated more on doing what I do best, which is writing. I decided to go ahead and publish my 5th novel. I did that, Soundtrack of My Life. Maybe I'll post a link for it in the description. Why not? It's doing fairly well. It's doing better than my last one did, which was In Real Life. Didn't do anything. But Soundtrack of My Life is doing fairly well. I get a small amount of royalties from that, but nothing to write home about. But I found myself with this aching again to get out and do something a little more immediate. Again, I can write, and I love to get criticism and feedback from my writing, but when it comes to actually putting out a video like this, for example, I put this video out, and within 20 minutes, a half an hour, or an hour, there are comments. Even if they're negative comments, they're comments. That means you guys took a few minutes to see what I had to say, you commented on it. and I watched the view count go up. I watched the thumbs up go up. I watched the thumbs down go up. I mean, whatever. The fact is, you watched and you took a moment. So I want to be able to do something that impacts people. So I decided that come early 2012, January, February, I want to put together an original web series. I've watched a few other original web series that have shared in some success on YouTube. Some are doing well, some better than others. My girl and I actually recently sat down and watched all 3 seasons of My Psycho Girlfriend not too long ago. Is that 3? Yeah, it was 3 seasons. We watched all 3 seasons of that, and we watched how it started off strong and solid and then kind of leveled off as far as viewership was concerned because of the lack of consistency. I even watch a few other people who just kind of started off with a webcam or sitting in front of their laptop and do something, and they find success. And I told myself, hey, this is something I can do. Right now I don't have the equipment that I'm looking for, but I have the know-how. I'm smart. I can write a script. I can put a cast together. I can sell them on the idea, and we can put something worth something out there. So that's been my plan. I put out these ads, and I get tons of responses for actors who are just looking to play a part, who are just looking to share in somebody's dream and get their work out there. And if nothing else, they get a reel from it. Here's something that they can show another potential employer. Hey, look, I've got some acting experience. But every now and then, I find myself getting a little disgruntled. I find myself getting a little frustrated with the way things are going. See, I recently put out an ad for a cameraman because, again, by my own admittance, my level of ignorance, I'm not a cameraman. I'm not that great with the camera. I know what I'm doing as far as wide shots, close-up shots, extreme close-up shots, and I know how to pan, zoom, the basics. I know basics, but I'm not a cameraman. So I was kind of hoping to find somebody who I could sell on my vision the same way I sold the cast. Somebody I could get in here who would say, hey, alright, this guy's got a good premise, he's got potential, I'll work with him and see where it goes. The problem is that everybody I talk to, it's $500 up front with equipment. I want $1,100 per day with my crew. And if you hire me, you have to hire all the people on my staff. And honestly, I'm just starting off. It's like, hello, YouTube channel. I'm not even going to be on this channel. I'm going to start a brand new channel. I'll post a link, by the way. It's going to be a brand new channel. I'm not even going to be doing it here. And the goal is to get it established, to make partner, and to get it out there. The difference between what I'm doing here and what I plan on doing on this other channel is I've got what I consider a great promotional package wrapped around it. I've come to the understanding that you get what you pay for, and I need to consider advertising like a commercial for my YouTube channel. I can post on yourpants.org, I can have a Tumblr and post a link, I can go to Facebook and ask people to share. I can come out here and say thumbs up and favorite, but that's not really advertising. I've come to the realization that if I want to do something, I'm going to need to advertise. So I've put into plan what I think is a great promotional package for this YouTube channel, and again, coming 2012, I'm actually going to put that promotional plan into effect, and I really think I'll see a significant difference as far as numbers are concerned. A lot of people think, oh, I'll just turn on the camera, I'm cute, or I'm funny, and I'll get popular. But what a lot of the more famous YouTubers won't tell you is that once upon a time they weren't that famous, and they had to start from the bottom up, and you really truly do get what you pay for. So if I need some advertising, I'm going to have to pay for advertising. I've come to that realization. What discourages me sometimes is that I'm watching other people's videos and I'm seeing other people get their product out there, and some of them, honestly, even with the low budget camera and the low budget lighting that I have, not as good as mine, but are getting hits. Then I see other people who are leaps and bounds ahead of me. I mean, just great quality HD, good editing, good lighting, good music, and they're not getting the hits that they deserve. So I ask myself, well, where do I fit in there? What makes me so different? What makes me think that I can put together this ragtag group of unknown actors, and my less than slightly average camera skills can actually put together a decent web series? And I think the difference is, one, there's a level of determination there, and two, it all falls back to this promotional package that I put together. I firmly believe that with the right amount of advertising, anybody can be anything. I mean, look at Rebecca Black. Not a talented bone in her body, but she's packaged well. Justin Bieber, really, but packaged well. It's all about the right place, the right time, and the right amount of packaging and the right amount of promotion. So what I plan to do is really truly promote this show. Not just me talking about it on Twitter, not just me talking about it on Facebook, not me just posting a link on Google Plus. I'm talking full blown advertisement to the point that tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of people will say, hey, you know, what's this? It's worth a click, and then they'll click on it. My goal is to set aside a certain amount of money for every video to have it promoted, and then have another separate amount of money that promotes the actual channel. So in the course of 6 months, 8 months, I honestly plan to make YouTube partner with this new channel as early as August or September of 2012. From there, the money's gonna start rolling in. You see all these sites where people talk about how YouTube partners make X amount of money, and nobody really wants to discuss how much they make. The general consensus is that they get paid $2.50 for every 1,000 views, and that sounds modest, and that's the assumption that I've been going off of, so that's what I'm working with. But there are also other sponsors. You can get sponsored by Netflix. There's a site called mylikes.com. If you promote a certain product in your video, then they'll pay you X amount of dollars to do that. There's other places where you can post on Twitter and they'll pay you a certain amount of money just to tweet. And there are all these other places where you can make money. And a lot of people seem to think, oh, if you really want to do something, especially in California, you've got to go through the Sacramento Film Festival, you've got to go to Studio 24, you've got to pay your dues, you've got to go to these film festivals, you need to go to the 48-hour video film challenge that they do, you need to go in and network and do all of this. Well, I'm telling you that I've watched a guy and a girl with a video camera sit down in their house, in their bed, and put together 3 seasons of what I thought was a very entertaining show. And the only reason it didn't get as far as they wanted it to was because, one, they weren't very consistent with keeping those updated, and two, they were actually working on a couple of other series which are actually doing well too. So while some people may have their eyes on full-length motion picture movies, while some people may want to see their name on the big screen in theater somewhere, I'm content to have my vision play out right here on YouTube. I'm content to watch these characters that I wrote come to life right here on YouTube. I'm content to come sign on and read the comments that you guys leave me right here on YouTube. I'm content to just make YouTube partner. I'm content to make a certain amount of money. I'm content that once that series is going, I can do another one. I can do a spin-off. I can do a completely separate one on a completely separate channel, and then have these 2 shows come together for a super show or something. I'm convinced that with the right amount of marketing, with the right amount of talent, and with a good script, and that's what's important, with a good script, that I won't need to go to all the Sacramento Film Festivals. I won't need the $1,500 for 6 hours with the lighting and the effects and this guy who wants to bring his entire crew in a production truck. I really don't think we'll need to settle for all of that, because what we have is a good script, talented people who are willing to put in the work, and you guys, an active viewership who will come and will check us out and see what it's about, and they'll comment. Even if you think it sucks, you guys will come and you'll tell me it sucks every week. I mean, look at Isis Brown. Tens of thousands of hits and views and comments because she sucks. But you guys go tell her she sucks every single day. And not that I think mine's gonna suck or anything. The point is, whether it's good or bad, whether it's positive or negative, I'm gonna be counting on you guys to come out and let me know what it is you really think about what it is we're doing. It will make YouTube partner in the first 6 to 8 months. We will average the amount of hits that I feel we need to get in order to make a decent living off of it. I will pay my cast accordingly. I will pay for locations accordingly. And of course, Once we get higher up, once things get going, once things are going better and they're running smoothly, of course we'll move to bigger locations. Of course we'll graduate to better equipment. Of course we'll get, the more high-tech cameras in here, and of course we'll start to do more and branch out. But for right now, it all starts with a guy, a script, and a camera. This is where I stand. Okay, I'm done ranting, guys. I'm sorry. Would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section down here below. And if you're an aspiring filmmaker, or you know somebody who's an aspiring filmmaker, or you just know somebody who's got an idea and they've kind of felt the same way I felt, hit the subscribe button. Say, hey, I know this guy. He's on YouTube. He's devilishly handsome. You should check him out because he's in the same boat you are. Feel free to thumb me up or down. Hey, good rant. I'm glad to see you. You're trying to get it together. Thumbs down, dude. You suck. Wear your eyebrows. Whatever. Whatever makes you feel good. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow.